If you join a gang, there are only 3 places you can end up. In prison, in the hospital, or dead. Gang recruiters don't tell you this. All they'll tell you are lies.
This is a bad world. There's a lot of bad things going on. It's the things we do. We have negative actions, but it's all for positive. It's all for a positive outcome. I'm really doing great things for people, and they're doing great things for me, and like, this is nothing but positive love here. And if you come to me, I'm gonna take care of you. The other guy might not have that much love for you. With me and you, I know your struggle. I see what you've been through. I'm here with you, going through it with you. I really do care and love you, like my own brother. I might need you to pick up a gun and shoot somebody. For the nation, of course. Whatever we do, we're gonna do it together, but we're gonna do it for a positive outcome. Just gotta understand, the world is just a bad place, but we can't take it out of the world.
You're the guy saying all that stuff. Do you believe any of that? I mean...
No. No. I don't believe none of it. I just said it just to get you in. And now that you're in, you're stuck. But
Gangs are a bigger problem in Virginia than people think, and no part of the Commonwealth is immune to it.
No child is born bad. They react to what they see.
No child wants to do the wrong thing. Every child wants to be the best that they can.
if there was to be a guidelines on how to show affection and support to somebody, they'd have that mastered.
I will do anything to get you, to get you.
Kids are really easy, man. It's a terrible thing to say, but they're really easy to influence. It's just about you taking advantage of his mentality.
Kids are looking for love, kids are looking for leadership, and kids are looking for purpose.
The best recruits are always the young ones. You take a child that the daddy's not there, mama's always breaking her back trying to work. You know, he got nobody to look up to. I take him in and I say, hey, you know what? Man, you need some new shoes, man. So I spent some of my drug money on his pair of shoes.
Well, they wasn't doing it out of genuine love. It was out of manipulation.
So well, guess what? He gonna feel like he owed me one. Or I really like him. So every day he's gonna be calling me or knocking on my door saying, hey, can we hang out? And it starts from there.
Gang members never mean it when they're nice. They're always cutting for an edge. They're never just genuinely nice to anybody.
When I was recruiting people, I was pretty much, I'll come and first and foremost, I'm gonna get to know you. We just gonna be cool. Eventually, you gonna come and say, man, why are you rocking that blue bandana? You know? And I'm gonna tell them, oh man, I'm a GD. Oh, what's that? Man, don't worry about it, man, it's not for you. That's the catch line. If I was gonna recruit you, the first thing I tell you is, we gonna be killing people and stuff like that. The first thing you're gonna do is say what? No, I'm not gonna get into that. But if I tell you, look, man, it's about the brotherhood, man, what we gonna do is we gonna go out, man, we gonna bond and stuff. You gonna come in thinking that the intention is good, But in result of all this, it's nothing but trouble.
My name is Daryl, and I'm 11 years old. I'm in the 5th grade. I have 2 sisters. My first sister, her name is Keyshawn, she's 17. And my second one, she's 13. My mom is very funny. She does things that makes me laugh all the time.
I just make sure that I put my children first and foremost, before anything. The hardest thing I can say is just sometimes raising them alone.
I see my father sometimes. But when I get the time to see him, I make the most of it. Of course, they don't see each other as much as he would like because his father's always working. But I just try to, go over his house when he's available. It's hard to raise a male, so it's very important for him to connect with different males, especially positive males, who can try to steer him on the right track.
The reason why I joined the gang, bottom line, was because of the simple fact that I was looking for some type of male figure in my life.
Once my dad passed, it was really like the big blow-up marker for me because my mom didn't know what to do. Like, my dad was a really positive person. He would have, man, I know he's flipping his grave that he knows that I joined the gang.
It was all a group of us, all the same age, 13, 14, 15 years old. We all wanted to be a part of something, so.
Mom, she abused drugs and alcohol, so that made me feel alone. My dad was always incarcerated, stayed in and out penitentiaries. Nobody had time for me. I felt like nobody had time for me.
My mom was young when she had me, so I didn't have a lot of, I guess, parenting coming up, and I was looking for a family, basically.
If children don't get the recognition and the attention that they need at home, they're gonna look for it somewhere else.
I was angry that they work so much. Why you gotta work so much? How come you can't be here?
I had a lot of anger, a lot of bitterness about my family. I want my dad. He's not there. So I turned to this family.
Gangs offer this allure of a family, and they give them this sense of identity, but it's a fraud, and it's all fake.
I come from school, they out there, hey, how you doing? Rub me on my head, little simple as that. Say, hey man, I love you.
You tell me I'm smart, tell me I'm strong, I could do anything, then I'm gonna follow you to the end.
I didn't have shoes. I wore shoes 3 times as big as my feet, and you had these groups telling you, like, I can buy you some shoes, I can take care of you, come with us.
I really liked it, until, I, matured and realized that I was being used.
Look, all this time, you lost your dad. We've been here for you, emotionally, physically, to support you, gave you money to live, give you money to help your family. We did everything for you. What are you gonna do for us now? No one rides for free. You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to go ahead and show that our investment wasn't bad. Oh, I'm gonna love you in your face, but you're just dispensable to me.
Everything gang members tell you to recruit you are lies. They're not your family, and they're not out to help you.
The promise of a gang a lie because they say they family. Family don't hurt. Family loves.
I have friends at home, but they don't be outside often. Teenagers and stuff always outside.
I'm going to the championship this year. Hit Dallas. Yep.
Most of the things I do is play basketball and football. I'm in the group that know all the skills. My best friend, his name is Khalik. We're real close. I talk to him every day. I sit beside him in class. We're always joking around with each other. I don't get in trouble no more. I used to when I was little. I don't do no more. It's not perfect. It's a good life, but it's not perfect.
What do you hear about gangs?
I hear that gangs are very dangerous. They just think they're better than everybody else.
Growing up, I want to be that cool kid. I want to be known. I want to be noticed. But I want to be the man.
It is not what you see glorified on TV and movies.
You listen to all these other different rappers that talks about, blood money and all that stuff. But what you don't know is this right here. They don't bang. You know what I'm saying? They make music, you buy their CD, and you run around for red bandana and get locked up. It's all a lie.
You see all that videos, the music, where people's drinking and at the club having fun, and that is not how gangsters live.
I seen them out there with the money, with the cars. That was very attractive because a lot of times I didn't have money in my pocket.
The guys that you see in gangs that are out there to deal drugs and make money don't make any real money.
Ended up hitting a whole chain of a pizza joint, whole chain of them, breaking all of them and stole all the money. And in the end, I never saw a penny of it. It went to people higher than me,
Who, other than a parent, would just make money for someone else?
They say we are brothers and this, that, and the third, but when you putting that money up, it's all about putting it in your pocket, That's what I saw from it.
It's pretty much a pyramid scheme, you got the top man, the bot that don't do nothing.
The bigwigs at the top, so to speak, the OGs as they call them. Well, a lot of the money goes back to them. Very little money goes back into the gang members on the street.
And the same people that I was out there with on the streets, they're still in the same corner. They're on the exact same corner, saying the exact same thing, and they're not going nowhere in life. They thought they're gonna get rich.
I'm an OG. I've been an OG for a minute, and there's no payoff. I've been doing it for 37 years, and there's no payoff. I'm just now about to have a baby, and I ain't got a thing to my name. That's some pretty dumb
I've seen lots of successes and failures over the course of my life. I've seen a hero on a football field, I've seen a hero in a classroom, I've seen him in churches, but I've never seen a hero sporting a gang color out of their back pocket.
I grew up in the projects. It's so easy to get caught up in the streets, you know, if you don't have that right channel. So DJ has been going to the Boys and Girls Club since he was 6 years old, and he loves it.
I don't like it here, but I love it here, because it's fun. We have basketball, football teams. They have baseball teams. It's a lot of activities to do here. Like last year, it was this program called Art 180, and it was fun. We got to paint things. We did a garden. We did all kinds of stuff.
The gentleman that works at the Boys and Girls Club, they're very involved with the children, you know.
They're fair. They're funny.
They talk to them, you know, on their level, you know, about what teenagers go through, you know. It really helps them to be, you know, to keep on that positive track.
And get their up.
It gets more and more serious as you go along until you're just so deep in that you don't have no choice.
You are their puppet on a string that they can do what they want, when they want, and how they want to.
They put you in situations, as myself, where you can get raped, you can get stabbed, you can get cut, you can get shot at. That's not help.
A high school basketball game. Now, it was some other people, some rivals that was there. I got jumped. I felt them fists going across my head, them kicks going into my back. Protection is supposed to be somebody there at all times, rolling groups. It was other individuals there, didn't do shit. They just walked off, and they just watched and walked off and laughed, run to the bus, get on the bus.
And one day I was at a party and I didn't think nothing of it, and what happened was I was jumped. You know, the very same army that I trained, you know, probably about more than 50% of them turned their back on me.
I went to this nightclub, and this guy was in another gang. I get my gun, and I shoot it in the air one time, just to let him know I got a gun for whatever reason. And when I did that, all I heard was, so then I just jump up and start running toward my car, shooting back at him, and I didn't make it. When I got to the hospital, my mama came in there and asked the doctor, "How's my son?" And he say to my mama, "I don't think he gonna make it." Woke up later and got the news of my life. I cannot walk. That's about it. I think if I never shot that one shot in the air, they would have never started shooting.
Put your ground.
Carrying a gun is in no form of power. You know, it's only like I said, it's only your gateway to incarceration, right? When you're locked up, right, there's no power in having a gun. You know, you don't have no phone calls. You're told what to do. So how much power do you have?
When we prosecute gang members and they go to the Department of Corrections, they go through the back door alone.
Once you go to jail, they turn around and walk away because you're of no use to them in jail.
You know, you're in a dark room by yourself doing 23 hours in one. And what that means is you're locked up for 23 hours and you have 1 hour recreation. A black room, no lights, no books, no clothes, no mattress, no pillow. And then you can scream, mom, you can cry, you can pray. You know, you can do anything that you want to do, but guess what? You're not coming up out of there.
If you're prepared to do 17 years in prison, walk around with shackles on, you being strip searched constantly, people trying to stab you, men trying to rape you. If you're willing to do that, Oh, by all means, go ahead, join the gang. And then come back and tell me how it was.
Do you have a favorite, somebody that you talk to, that kind of like hanging out with more than the others?
Mr. Mike. Yeah, Mike came here about my 3rd year. We talk about different things. It just make us laugh. He makes up the funniest jokes that makes me laugh. Sometimes he will help me with different things that I'm struggling in school.
Tell you the truth, DJ, it ain't too many people in the club that's on the same sports level as you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in order for you to stay on that same level away from them, your schooling is what's gonna set you apart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he helped me out by not letting me do anything without finishing my homework.
What'd you get on your homework?
2 A's, 2 C's.
But you was on honor roll the last 9 weeks, right?
I was honor roll.
Yeah, because your name up on the Southwood Honor Roll Hall of Fame.
Yep.
That'll be the perfect way to end off your elementary school days.
A mentor is a person that's gonna work with you, guide you in the right direction, but at the same time allow you to be who you are. You know, he's not gonna change you. A mentor is gonna tell you when you're doing wrong, when you're doing something right.
Kids get a lot from mentorship, and a mentor get a lot from being a mentor. One of the things they get is somebody who's going to encourage them and be their cheerleader, somebody that they can confide in if they have a problem.
A mentor is someone who's a little bit older and a little more experienced, and they can help guide you and support you and keep you on the right path.
I probably have 30 volunteer coaches. Between all the sports that we do, we probably got 30 plus coaches. They're not just here teaching a sport. You know, they also talk to them. That's part of what we do. Just giving them somebody they can talk to if they don't have somebody at home. And there's a lot of males out here that, you know, they don't have fathers at home. They might not can talk to mom, they might not can talk to grandma, but they'll come up here and talk to us. If somebody was trying to get them in a game, they would probably talk to us before they would talk to a female. I don't think there's any coach that I have that wouldn't take some time to spend with a kid.
Mentors are easy to find. Normally, building guidance counselors as well as administrators have that information.
Talk to a school resource officer. They're there to help you.
Talk to a principal. Talk to a counselor. Talk to your teacher. It's somebody out there that's looking at you, that's watching you, that cares about you.
Talk to somebody in your family that is doing something. Everybody in everybody's family got people who go to church. Talk to your pastor.
Talk to somebody who's not in a gang. That person can get you all the help you need.
Or just better yet, talk to your parents. I know for a fact that if I would have talked to my mother about, you know, me wanting to have a male role model in my life, I'm pretty sure she would put me in a boys and girls club or something like that.
The parents have to be vigilant. They have to know who their children are hanging out with, where they're hanging out, where they are after school, what they're doing after school.
There are lots of great alternatives to joining a gang. Look for other ways to get involved. A lot of people are out there doing a lot of positive things. Get involved in sports, community activities.
Try to get them involved in activities after school so they don't have that downtime.
Come to a place like Hotchkiss. You can learn arts and crafts. You can play sports and games if you want to do that. You're going to get tutoring if you need it. None of those things are you going to learn on the streets.
Go to the Boys and Girls Club. You're going to find people there who really care about you, and they're going to care about your success.
What I like most about the Boys and Girls Club, they care about the children. They have so many different programs that my children are involved in.
What would you be doing if you weren't coming here?
Nothing. Yeah, I've been here since 6 years old, and ever since then, I've been having good grades. When I got honor roll, I started playing basketball for the basketball team here, and we made it all the way to the championship and won. That was a fun moment.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
If someone approached you about being in the gang, up and down tell them no.
It takes courage to be able to say to people like gang members, I hear you, but I'm not interested.
But see, it's a difference of just saying no thanks, but I gotta say, all right, no thanks, and walk. I gotta keep moving. If I stop, you got my attention.
Tell your parents about it. Tell you his approach about the game, or tell your counselor about it, you know? Because that need to be put to a stop, because if you don't, you might not join the game, but your friend will.
You gotta be smart, you gotta be strong, and you can do it.
Anything you can tell them to get them to walk away and leave you alone. And they will eventually get tired of asking you, and they'll go try somebody else.
I've got a lot of homework.
I don't have time to talk right now.
I can't talk right now. I have friends to catch up with. I have to go walk the dog.
I have to go watch my favorite TV show now. It's getting dark. I better be heading home.
I'm already late.
My parents said I have to clean my room.
I hear you, but I'm not interested.
Sorry, not interested.
I don't do those things.
I don't do those things. Nope, sorry. Don't do that stuff.
I don't do that stuff.
I don't do that stuff.
Turn up your iPod and keep walking.
It helps if you don't look at them.
My dad said not to trust people like you.
You gotta keep moving.
If you stop, they'll think you want to talk to them. They'll tell you anything just to get you to join. They pretend to be your friend.
These guys can talk you into anything.
As long as you keep your feet moving, you're okay.
Keep moving.
Keep moving. You gotta protect yourself. Just walk away.
When it's all said and done, you'll feel so happy that you stood up for something right. You know, to say no about something that you know is wrong, you'll feel so proud of yourself at the end. Because then you can go home and say, Mom, this guy approached me, asked me to join the game, but guess what? I said, no, I'm not joining the game, and you're gonna keep going and going and going and going. It's something I wish I would have done.
You know what? Our nation's always there. Always there. We wait for everybody's children. That's what we want. If I get me a 10-year-old kid, do my bidding, what's it gonna happen to him? Go to juvie, spend a couple months there, come back out, I give him a little rank and some money. He'll go back out and do what I want.
Now that I see what I see and I know what I know, wish I could take it back.
To steer clear of gangs, here's what to do. Don't talk to them, just keep walking. Talk to a grown-up who you can trust. Find fun, positive things that you can do with your time, like clubs, sports, games, and hobbies. That's where you'll find the family you were looking for.